Hey guys, Dislater Magic here, and I am super excited about this. I'm going to burn through it as quickly as possible because it's super complicated, super shocking, super huge. I just got a phone call today, and it turns out Modern Masters 2017 edition is not WPN only. Or at least my distributor's claiming it's not. Since I can't find any information on the internet, oh surprise, I can't find information about a Wizards product on their own damn website? Ooh, this is my surprise phase. Anyway, he calls me up today. He's like, hey, today's the deadline for, your Modern Masters order. And I said, I think you called me in error. I'm not a WPN location, and that's a WPN only product. And he goes, they're doing things a little different this time around. How many do you want? And then, I had a small heart attack, but the paramedics revived me, and I'm like, yeah, I'll take 24 boxes. But like however many I ordered, I feel like it was more than that. It was a fairly large order, but I don't have that much confidence in Wizards at this exact moment in time. So what the hell happened here? Was it Plane Chase, which was the last WPN only allocated product that failed miserably? Nobody wanted it, and now, here's the funny thing. So my distributor is probably sitting on like 10,000 or 100,000 copies of it, or some absurd amount because nobody wants it. If I called them up today and said, send me a dozen, they can't. They still can't. I'm not a WPN location store. I'm just a regular store that sells 100 times more than any LGS in my area, probably combined. Doing 100 times more work and selling 100 times more product for Wizards than any other local store because I'm doing it online. Oh, but we don't get any rewards or any good sets. We just get kicked in the nuts. I feel like maybe that might have had something to do with why they have not put this on the WPN program. Well, among 10 other reasons I'm going to mention here. So I couldn't believe this, but let's break down how these come out. The way I understand it, just going on information that I got from my distributor. If this is wrong, they're lying to me. Nothing I can do about it. It's not like Wizards tells any of this information openly on their website. Speaking of that, let's break for a second. They still don't have the box art leaked, okay? We knew what Amonkhet looked like a year ago, okay? We were like, oh, look, Nicol Bolas, cool, it's an Egyptian set, awesome. And we knew that like a long frickin' time ago. It was leaked at the same time that Kaladesh was. I mean, that was like weird. Like, it was cool, but it was weird. Okay, Modern Masters 2017 comes out March 17th, and it's currently February 17th. So it's like, what would that be, 29, 30 days, something like that from now? Because there's less days in February. I don't know, I'm not going to do the math. We still don't have the box art revealed. So either there's some huge surprise about the box art, like, oh, all the artwork on all the cards was, it was drawn by disabled children with crayons, and 10% of the, profits go to, like, some medical charity thing. That would be awesome. They should totally do that. Write that down, Wizards, because, they totally watch my channel. I mean, seriously, if you're sitting at Wizards right now and you work there and you're watching my channel, they are going to fire you. Anyway, I don't think it's that. I think realistically, like if I were to extrapolate what I think is most logical, they just plumb forgot to leak the damn artwork, and then they're just like, oh, let's just go with it. So I guess we'll get the box art artwork revealed when the first spoilers come out, maybe. Maybe when you pick it up on Friday at your LGS. I don't know. Like seriously, I just double checked. I mean, unless it was leaked somewhere else, the official WPN product page for this on Wizards website has just a black blank box with a blue light behind it. It's just their placeholder image. So here's what's weird. This entire article for the description and all this crap, it basically says the blanket blah stuff. Because of the popularity of Modern Masters, the distribution will be partially allocation based. We're doing this to ensure this product is as evenly distributed as possible. Allocation quantities vary by region, and availability will be determined closer to release. And then they make the same statement, signing into the Wizards event reporter reserves an amount of the product as determined by your WPN level. There's 4 of them, by the way. You may be able to order more through your preferred distribution source depending upon availability. So what they mean by that is, and I've heard it's, 70-30, 50-50, something like that. Nobody really knows. I think the person was just guessing. But basically, a distributor, okay, we'll go with mine, even though they don't usually do things the way they should. They'll get the WPN allocation. So that's like, hi, we're a level 3 store. We get 12 cases. Give them to us. And then they have to. Like, they will sell them to them in that exact quantity. They're guaranteed to get that. On top of that, you have what they call the discretionary or something like that allocation. The distributor's choice allocation or whatever. The distributor can do whatever the hell they want with that, with one restriction. I've already went into that in a different video, not going to focus on that. But basically, those they can sell to whoever they want in whatever quantity, whatever ratio, however unfair they want to do it, or who bribed them the best. That is quite literally how people like Rudy get so many copies of Plane Chase Anthology, for example. So that's how WPN allocated products work. There's pure allocated products, like from the vault, where it's literally like a large store gets 20, another store gets 12, a level 2 store gets like 8, and a level 1 store gets 0 or something remotely close to that, I believe. And then that's it. There is no discretionary anything. The distributors send you exactly what your WPN allocation is, the end. That is it. Those are what I would call a limited product because they're actually limited. They're limited by a real number that's outside the control of Wizards. So the fact that they're calling Modern Masters 2017 a limited product, okay, I guess it's limited by however the hell many they want to create and print and distribute because that's it. That's the only limiting factor is they print however many Wizards wants to. I mean, there is no limit. There's no artificial limit where, okay, this is how many gateway stores we have, blah, 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 blah. Okay, we have to print exactly 1.25 million, the end. That would be a limited print run because it's limited by the number of stores and what level they are, and that's how many they're creating, and that's the end of it. No, this is print however they want, however many they want to reach whatever goal they want. Do they want it to be scarce for notoriety and big value so that the stores make money and keep carrying it? Or do they want to overprint the hell out of it to put more money in their pockets because at the end of the day, they make the same price? I mean, they make the same amount of income on every box. Well, I think we know which way they're leaning these days, obviously. Hello, Plain Chase Anthology. They're just going to print the hell out of it even if nobody wants it. So here's how a limited, but not really, WPN product usually works. Let's take Rudy from Alpha Investments for an example, because I think we all know he does this. In my opinion, I suspect, based on the evidence I see, blah, 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 blah. Okay, we all know this is true. Rudy, by his own admission, does not own and operate a local gaming store on a daily basis. He is not sitting behind a counter at an LGS running F&M, okay? He does not do that. He said that himself. Somehow, he himself is still a WPN program member, so he's either partial owner or has an agreement with some kind of other store, or I don't know. Nobody really knows because he doesn't say, because it's probably shady, and yes, everybody does this, so it's not that shady. But basically, he's somehow associated with a place that is a WPN location, whether it exists or does not actually exist. So he calls up his distributor, hey, send me 500 of these out of your, separate allocation. Like, we're allocated 8, send me another 500. That's how people like him get his hands on WPN locked items that normally, and in their intention, is not supposed to go to people like him. In fact, anybody that sells this stuff online, it's not supposed to go to them either. I mean, you have to get a special permit, and it's a special program to, if you are in the WPN program, to sell stuff online. And there's all kinds of weird limits and time, locks on it. It's quite weird. So for the free for all, who the hell cares people like me who just sell whatever we want, whenever we want online, we don't get those. We don't get access to them. So I think maybe some of the distributors are like, screw you, and put some pressure on Wizards. That's reason number 2 that I think they're never going to do a limited WPN only product again, except for From the Vault. They just simply are not going to do it because, well, one, it ends up in people's hands like Rudy's and mine anyway. I mean, if I really wanted, I could go in with another LGS that is a WPN member, or at least he's a former WPN member. I could convince him, hey, you just print, or you hold 24 events just to barely qualify for a gateway store, and call up your vendor and order 1,000 of this product that's, allocated at 4. That's how you do it. I mean, so if I was really motivated, I'd get my hands on the WPN only thing at distributor price. That's what I'm saying. So they know people do this. They know that's where the vast majority of them go to. And even the mega sellers like Card Kingdom, they have one of the biggest local gaming stores I've ever seen in my life. In their video, that place is huge. But I would bet you that, 95 to 99% of their sales are online. So no matter how big your level 4 WPN store is, if you decide you're going to liquidate them online, one of your distributors is probably going to play ball with that. I mean, it's like, oh, you're supposed to get a dozen cases, and now you want another 1,000 cases. That seems high, but we would also prefer you don't take your business elsewhere. So here you go, have your 1,000 cases of, Modern Masters 2, and then 99% of them just show up on the internet. Or they get broken down as singles, or sold sealed, or both, or you guys get it. So in other words, the WPN program does absolutely nothing, in case I haven't mentioned that yet. What the WPN program should focus on, and I think this is what Wizards is this is what they're going for now, this is what they're moving towards, and this is huge. Okay, what else do you get with the WPN program currently? You get posters, you get promotional materials, you get welcome packs and decks, you get pre-release kits with free additional prizes that you can't sell under any circumstances. Just a little reminder for some people that are still unclear on that. So, they'll hand you like window clings and just like all kinds of stuff. Those big giant cardboard cutouts of Garuk and I've seen all kinds of weird stuff. Well, the giant airships from Kaladesh, they gave those out. And yeah, it hypes the game and they don't have to go to a graphics designer and pay $100 for somebody to run off a poster promoting it, themselves. Wizards just sends you the marketing materials. My vendor, if I call them up, which is like the other thing I do at my store, completely unrelated to trading cards at all. If I call them up and say, hey, send me a couple banners, send me some stuff for your new product line, send me some of that, they'll just do it because I sell like a huge amount of money. I don't even want to say how much, but I sell large amounts of money worth of their products. So sending me, $20 worth of marketing materials is very much worthwhile, especially since, I don't know, my vendor has probably, I'd say 12 competitors, like 12 major competitors. So the fact that I focused on them, it's because their products are the best. It's, so there's that. But, also if they're like, here, have some free stuff, there you go. I mean, that's why. So yes, Wizards should definitely focus on that and only that in the WPN program. I mean, free special limited promo stuff, game day prizes, buy a box promos, yes, do that. Plus, add even more events with even more Wizards sponsored products and prizes. Hey, doesn't that sound familiar, like Standard Showdown and Leagues? Oh, maybe some limited edition full art lands that aren't found anywhere else. So I think you could read into it realistically and say that's where they're going because it would appear that that's where they're going. So are we finally seeing the day come where it is the end of this WPN allocated BS where none of us can get the products we want unless we do some crooked shady crap and then we get them anyway? Did Wizards finally wake up and realize that that's what people are doing? I think the answer is yes. I mean, seriously, like if you guys don't believe me, like if I really wanted 1,000 copies of Planechase Anthology, oh no, my store doesn't hold any events. We don't hold F&M. We're not in the WPN. I guess I'll just give up. Or I can pick up the phone, make a phone call, snap my fingers, and have 1,000 here tomorrow. I'm not kidding. I could seriously do that. It's 1 day shipping from my distributor. Or I should say, from someone else's distributor at that point. It doesn't work. It doesn't do anything. It just pisses off the people who are doing stuff the most legit and the most on the up and up. People like Rudy, for example, are like, haha, I'm sort of in the WPN program. Give me 1,000 copies of this limited run. Yeah, they're kind of sick of people like that, it would appear. So I think that's a step in the right direction. I mean, if you know your crap's showing up online in huge quantities, sealed, unsealed singles, doesn't matter. Just abolish the stupid program and let everybody take a swing at it. It'll probably end up with just more and better sales. But the price of Modern Masters right now is $182 sealed for a booster pack or booster box on eBay, like right this second. That's the pre-order price before we know any of the cards in it. I think one of the big driving factors is everybody might have heard the rumor that now it's a complete free-for-all and anybody can get their hands on Modern Masters 2017, whether they're a WPN location or not. Not that that's any different from the last time. I mean, that's why I don't know why people would be freaking out over it. Oh no, now there's going to be 10 times the competition. No. The biggest online sellers were basically fake shell WPN locations doing something semi-shady to make it look like they're a WPN member. I mean, really, you don't think that if your allocation is 8 boxes and then you order another 8,000 that's not a little suspicious? I mean, they knew damn well what was going on. So some of the stupider sellers might be like, oh my God, they opened it up to everybody. It's no longer, quote, limited to WPN. Oh no, ditch it all, sell it all on pre-orders. No, those people are idiots. So I think the real problem is everybody assumes that Wizards is going to do one of two things. And I think one's more reasonable than the other. The most reasonable is they're going to print the living hell out of this set. I mean, what did they do to Planechase? Planechase Anthology, simple as that. You just need to look back to the last product that came out. Well, that would be Aether Revolt, but still. They're going to overprint it, and then, Eternal Masters, what did they do? They overprinted it, released some, then released more later. Oh, and then kind of lied about it being the end of the first thing, and then, oh, surprise, it's back out of nowhere, and that's a slap in the face to anybody investing in it, which, that's fine. Parasitic investors piss me off. 100% of the product should go in the hands of the customers, the actual people who actually play the game, not some gatekeeper douchebag with a credit card who just says, no, you want these boxes? Too bad. I caused a giant shortage. I scooped them all up. You got to go through me now and pay 10% more. I cannot stand people like that. There is no reason for people like that to exist. They are literally just stealing money from the players. And from a business standpoint, they're stealing money from Wizards, actually. The players are only willing to pay X, and they only have X amount of money. So if a middleman's taking 10, 20, 30% by hoarding them and reselling them when it goes out of print, that's not good because you just lost money to that person that you could have made. So why is Wizards actively trying to piss off the investors and just ruin everything for them? Because of everything I just said. I mean, that ain't no surprise to anybody who knows the math of it. If you know anything about basic business, you should not let investors anywhere near your game. You should do everything you can to piss them off and screw them over. If Wizards could flip a switch and make them all go bankrupt instantly, oh, hell yes would they do that. Unfortunately, there's some crossover. Some store owners are also heavy investors that have, closets full of cases. So, yeah, it's not quite as black and white. But anyway, those last two products were complete and utter flops. They just tanked in value. Nobody wanted them. They overprinted it. So everybody's like, oh, they're going to overprint Modern Masters 3 as well. That is a legitimate concern. And then, it's open up to everybody. Oh, everybody panic from the dumber sellers. That's driving down the price even more. So if we see that Wizards did what I think they're going to do, which is throw every expensive card in all of Modern in this set, I mean, just about, not literally, but I mean, really, really pack it. Like, we're talking Aether Revolt level power, okay? And those were all new cards. I mean, if they just took every card above $50 just about and put them in the set, yeah, it's not going to stay at $180 a box. Do I think they'll do that, considering they're dropping even more support from competitive Modern? Yes, I do. In fact, I think that's why. I think the interest in not Modern gameplay, but Modern singles purchases, I think that is what they see is going to go down as a result of them no longer covering it at the large tournaments except for Grand Prix. Now, if your LGS has a big Modern scene, people want to get into Modern, okay, so they need to attract new customers, which currently they've been driving away customers and losing people, so whoops. But if it's their estimation that Modern is stale, hard to watch, hard to stream because nobody's interested in it, nobody wants to watch it, that might be an indicator that soon nobody wants to play it either because it's so stale and repetitive. Oh, Affinity Infect. Oh, everybody's playing those two. Woo, fun. I quit. I'm going to go play something else. Commander, here we come. If that's the way that they see people are going to go in the next 3 years, they are going to cash out on Modern, and just Modern. I was going to say Modern Masters, but just Modern. They're going to cash out on every last penny in Modern by just reprinting everything above even $20, we'll say. They could see this as their last possible chance to make any significant money, and there's never going to be a Modern Masters again because 2 years from now, or even next year if they decided to back-to-back it, Modern won't be popular enough to even make a Masters set about it. If you ask me, in my opinion, 2018, they're going to just reprint like a land pack. Like every hot land in every format ever. It'll be booster packs, and it'll contain full art lands from Zendikar. It'll contain full art lands from BFZ. It'll contain uncommon lands that are still heavily used, just nice ones like Blighted and stuff. And then they'll reprint like Mana Confluence, the current, I call it Trump Tower. I don't actually remember the name of the damn card. Mana Confluence 2.0. Oh, and then, all 10 of the fetch lands, Sinkhole, like going back to every format. Hit Modern, hit Legacy, Vintage, Commander, Standard, why not? Just make a land set. They could call it Land Masters. I think that's what they'll do because the number one cost of Magic right now is land. That is almost universally true for any deck you could possibly build at this point in any format. So if that's their plan, is to not even make a Modern Masters 4, just say screw it, they're going to dump every valuable card in here because otherwise the only people making money on Modern are card hoarders, investors, single sellers, and just the secondary market in general. They won't see a penny of it. So if they see Modern going down, this is their last chance. And I think that is their opinion based on their actions. So would I pre-order it at $182 right now on eBay? Hell no. People would sooner close their eBay account and start a new one and then just not ship your pre-order. They'll be like, oh, sorry, we're out. Oh, sorry, the truck never showed up. Oh, sorry, our building burned down, which is all a lie. They just don't want to fulfill your pre-order at 182. They want to, fill it at 270 if the set's really hot. So that's like $100 difference almost. They are going to lie about it and you will never see your product. It's not even like a legal contract that they have to send it to you. They could back out whenever the hell they want. I mean, yeah, they'll get the boot from eBay, but they'll be, crying all the way to the bank. Who cares? Oh, and holy crap, are you some new level of stupid if you ordered from a person's private website, like an actual seller themselves, because they could cancel it with no repercussions from any third party. I mean, maybe you could file a complaint with PayPal, but they could just say, oh, sorry, something happened to our inventory. Bad luck. Yeah, something happened to the inventory. It went up 40% in price. That's what happened to it. They are under no obligation to fulfill your pre-order, so don't even bother. If the set is bad, they'll ship it to you. If the set is amazing, they'll make an excuse. That's where I'm going with it. So that's pretty much the wrap up. I mean, that's everything I think about Modern Masters. The WPN program is a load of crap. People get however much they want through shady means. The distributors can send it to them outside of their allocation. And they do. I mean, there's no two ways about it. And they do. Oh, it's totally not suspicious that you want 1,000 cases. And yet we're looking at the Google Street View and your shop is 1,000 square feet. Well, screw it. We'll send it anyway. And now, yeah, non-WPN. This is a non-WPN product. This is the last product on planet Earth that would ever imaginably be a non-WPN, converted product. If anything, they would have said Plane Chase could be sold to anybody at this point. I mean, come on. So if they're making this their star moneymaker premier product, if they made this non-WPN, there isn't going to be a WPN allocation ever again except for FTV. That is my estimation. That is the shocking, crazy news with this. Plus the price, in case you didn't check it, that might be shocking, crazy news to you. This is all just shocking and crazy. I can't believe it. It's so crazy. It's so chaotic. It's so unpredictable. It's so like I didn't see it coming. It's so left field. I just, as an investor and as a businessman, I want to completely back out of the whole thing and say, screw it. Things are getting way too weird, way too unpredictable, way too sketchy. I don't know why anybody's doing what they're doing. I don't know why Wizards is, I don't know. I don't know why people are selling it for 182 for sure. I have theories, but if I don't know what's going on, I back out. That is how you run a business. So instead of ordering 10 grand worth, I ordered about 3 grand worth. That's my idea of backing out because I'm also not going to miss an opportunity. I mean, once in a while, you got to do the 30-1 odds at the horse tracks, which I don't even know if that's still a thing. I don't think there's any horse tracks near me. But yeah, expect all kinds of dynamic craziness and tight-lipped nothingness from Wizards explaining this, as usual. It's all utter chaos. I know it doesn't seem like it to you guys because you're just customers, but as the distributors, we're all going nuts, running around throwing papers like it's, the computers just broke on Wall Street or something. Pretty soon, people are going to be jumping out of windows if it hits 150 a box, too, by the way, so it'll be just like the stock market. Well, at the end of the day, I mean, 3,000 is a lot, but I have to mention this. There's something that Rudy from Alpha Investments has also figured out as the clever businessman that he pretends to be. You don't want to follow everybody to California in 1849 to go dig for gold, okay? Most of those people didn't find gold. A lot of them lost, everything. Some people won. Some people struck it rich. Some people made tons of money, but not the majority, not even by a long shot. Most of them just wasted their time and money. You know who did make money? The people selling mining equipment and shovels. Those people, yeah, they didn't, pull a pound of gold out of out of a river in one day, but they made money. That was guaranteed, predictable money no matter what the outcome was. How does that apply to me and Rudy? We have YouTube channels. No matter what happens, we'll make a video about it, people will watch it, and we'll make money on that. If the set is god-awful, worthless, and one of the worst releases in all of human history, I'll still open it on a camera and get some views, and that'll help subsidize it. That's why I got into YouTube before I got into direct single sales. So anybody who has a YouTube channel that talks about MTG instead of solely participating in the roller coaster of worthless and then worthwhile products, they're the shovel sellers. They're the ones who are guaranteed to make money no matter what. It is the wisest business decision ever. So at the end of the day, I could care less what happens to the set. I mean, yeah, I'm a little bit invested in it, but I mostly just care about my channel. Take that, Wizards! I'll see you guys next video. See you guys.